Warning. The following presentation contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Cash down, and wait, oh my, for fuck's sake, is Thanatos in the darkness? That's what. Oh, that's Richard Hawkins. Wait a second. Oh my god, and Hawkins now throwing. Oh my god, no way! Oh my goodness, what is happening here tonight in Calgary? Ladies and gentlemen, if my eyes are correct, that is the man of tomorrow. For the Canyons to win today, lethal mathematics. Hello everybody, welcome. My name's Tyrone James Feelgood. I'm your broadcast analyst, always and forever of the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, and tonight is episode 12 of 2013. We are live with Annihilation, and as you just saw, we have an epic night from War, and tonight it gets even better. The tag team titles will be on the line as the MPWF Warriors defend against Pretty Boy Swag in the range. Yoshihari Atari meets Chandrella Johnson in a #1 contendership match. Hardcore title will be on the line with Ivan Volkov defends against Apollo in a rematch for the WrestleMania Hardcore title matchup. And what about this, folks? The Nexus, White Boy Fresh and the Punisher will meet the Creed, Joe Eagle and Tyrone Fitzgerald in tag team action later on tonight. This night is going to be sick. We're coming off the heels of MPWF WAR as we continue this week of insane MPWF Major Pain Wrestling Federation action. All I gotta say is, as always, I'm pumped, I'm ready to go. Anything happens here in the MPWF, and we're about to have a great show for you tonight. That's for sure, but oh, wait a second here, ladies and gentlemen. Wait one moment. Here comes the legit one, Richard Hawkins, and this man made a statement in the main event of War, as you saw in that video package. It was the Undisputed Championship ladder matchup between Ricky Cash, Mr. WrestleMania, and the brand new Undisputed Champion, Sean Stevens. There was interference from Thanatos and Helios Christ, but Richard Hawkins cost Ricky Cash the opportunity of a lifetime to become the world champion. Richard Hawkins said before that matchup that tonight he is going to be the undisputed champion. Now, I don't know how that's going to take place. I don't know what that's all about, but that's going to be here tonight. We do know that Richard Hawkins has been clamoring for a shot since March of the Royal Rumble to become the world champion, to get a rematch for the title he lost against Thanatos, but he has not been given a rematch yet, and Hawkins has said he has had enough. I mean, he also did say as well that he didn't care who won the matchup, but he cost Ricky Cash the match as well, so we'll see. And obviously he's annoyed at losing to Ricky Cash at WrestleMania, but again, we are live tonight from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, for MPWF Annihilation, and Hawkins now with a microphone. Lord, Richard Hawkins is not adhering himself to this crowd here in Regina. And I mean, I agree with Richard Hawkins. What the hell is Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada? Who the hell's heard of that? Well, we're here tonight, folks. Regina. And that's the thing, Richard Hawkins is still pissed off about not getting that rematch for the world title yet. War was the last straw, and that's it right there. He's annoyed that Ricky Cash got a shot at the Undisputed Title before him, and that's why he cost him the Undisputed Title matchup earlier this week on War. Hawkins saying he better have a shot later tonight. Wait a second, Richard Hawkins now back inside the ring. Obviously he's not done on the microphone, unfortunately for all of us. And Hawkins said this was the last straw. He said that he wants the Undisputed Title match, and he is not leaving this ring until he gets his title match. This could hold up the entire show if Richard Hawkins doesn't leave here, but he is demanding a shot at the title. And oh my word, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Undisputed Champion of the world, the picture-perfect player, Shawn Stevens. And Shawn Stevens, he has had one hell of a week so far. We look back at this past Sunday at WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell against Thanatos. He was victorious and won his first world title to a ladder matchup against Ricky Cash, which he was successfully retained the title. And now Richard Hawkins demanding a title shot tonight. Did this guy have 3 title defenses in 1 week? Again, that's what kind of champion Shawn Stevens plans to be. The picture-perfect player is perhaps the most popular wrestler in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, perhaps the most popular wrestler in CAW today. And again, it's been a 4-year journey for this man to become the Undisputed Champion, and Richard Hawkins is even more pissed off because Shawn Stevens is finishing his entrance and completely ignored it. But I know that Shawn Stevens is out here to address the world title situation that is taking place here. These fans here in Regina, Saskatchewan love Shawn Stevens. Shawn Stevens cut his teeth in the wrestling business here in CAW in the Saskatchewan area. He has a lot of family and friends who are watching tonight here on Annihilation. You can see the fans here showing their support for Shawn Stevens. Oh no, dear God, Shawn Stevens is not endearing himself to Richard Hawkins at all. And the crowd here in Regina loving that, and I tell you, Hawkins isn't going to like being insulted. But Shawn Stevens is going to give him a title match tonight? Look at his testicle. Well, Shawn Stevens says that Hawkins is going to get a title match, but he's going to beat his ass and make him tap out here tonight on Annihilation. Neko dancing in the moonlight, folks. This is going to be an epic matchup between Richard Hawkins and Shawn Stevens later tonight. Now Hawkins retorts, saying he's going to take the title back because that's legit. And oh, wait a second here, Richard Hawkins just knocked down Shawn Stevens and now beating on the Undisputed Champion. The legit one with a cheap shot there on Stevens. And now where's Hawkins going? Stevens getting blindsided by Richard Hawkins. Hawkins finally getting his pre-match here tonight. Oh my gosh, now he's beating the champion with a steel chair. This crowd here not liking that at all. Richard Hawkins, though, may have just gave himself the upper hand going into this world title matchup later tonight, folks. This was... I'm surprised at Richard Hawkins' actions there. Well, actually, I'm not sure surprised at his actions, especially after him coming into the main event matchup and costing Ricky Cash the championship. My question is, where was Ricky Cash And what about Lethal Mathematics, folks? If you checked out WAR, you will know that Lethal Mathematics made his return and stared down with his brother. I want to know exactly, but wait a second. There's Joe Eagle and Tyrone Fitzgerald who will meet the Creed later tonight, but let's head to ringside for our opening contest. But as I was saying before, Lethal Mathematics showed up on WAR. We haven't heard no mention of him. Sean Stevens didn't make no mention of him just now. I can't wait to see what happens later tonight as it pertains to Lethal Mathematics. But it's our tag team title matchup opening contest here. And what a tour, as I said before, it's been for the Maple Leaf Warriors. We've been doing house shows all over. We're in Kelowna, BC. We've been all over into the Yukon, Northwest Territories, Fredericton. We're here in Regina, Saskatchewan, live for Annihilation. And it is Tommy Douglas and KJ Stevens, the Maple Leaf Warriors, the current tag team champions, looking to impress their home country of Canada once again. And just like Stevens, these guys, this is going to be their third title defense in a week. But these two men looking for a rematch, and they got it here tonight. What a matchup they had at WrestleMania against the Maple Leaf Warriors, but here we go, Regina, Saskatchewan, Annihilation. Who is going to leave the tag team champion? They had a chance to take the titles off the Maple Leaf Warriors in Toronto, but now that the nerves are gone, now that the pressure is gone from being in Canada, maybe Pretty Boy Swag and Deranged can do what it takes to win the titles, but I almost forgot YOLO, motherfucker, YOLO. Pretty Boy Swag and Deranged making their way to the ring, folks. And again, remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, go to the MPWF Chairman page for MPWF Metal, and also go and join the MPWF SummerSlam group page for exclusive interviews, photos, videos, and our special SummerSlam dark matches. You can only find that on our Facebook page, folks. The links are all in the description. What the hell is that? What the fuck is there's a black thing in the ring. I'm not entirely sure what that is, like a reverse Silver Surfer or something like that. And Tommy Douglas clearly has powers here, folks, because I have no idea what the hell that is. That's one of the stupidest glitches I've ever seen in this game. Not that this is a game. This is real life, car wrestling. But oh, here we go. Things are back to normal. And Tommy Douglas and Pretty Boy Swag now inside the ring. Both men in the collar or elbow tie-up. And now here we go. And I made a post here on the Facebook page. If you have liked us on Facebook, you would have seen, asking about who you think is going to be the breakout star in the MPWF this year. And any one of these four men could be that breakout star. I mean, the Maple Leaf Warriors have been unstoppable as tag team champions in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. Pretty Boy Swag and Deranged have made quite the impact since arriving on the scene here. And now Deranged now going to make his way into the ring with the fallen KJ Stevens. And now here, oh, atomic drop there to KJ Stevens. KJ Stevens grew up here right here in Saskatchewan. KJ Stevens' cousin Sean Stevens. Lethal Mathematics, the Reverend MXZ. And now wait a second here, KJ now. Nice takedown there, going for a submission. Right in the early goings of this matchup. Like I said, we still have metal to come this week as well. I mean, what a night we have for you. #1 contendership match for the women's title. Yushihari Atari and Chandrella Johnson. Hardcore title on the line, Ivan Volkov and Apollo. The Creed will take on the Nexus. And we found out we have an undisputed title match scheduled, as it will be Sean Stevens defending his title against the legit one, Richard Hawkins. And Sean Stevens is being taken in the back area. And he's being checked on right now, and we'll give you an update later on as the show progresses on the condition of our undisputed champion. And Douglas there with a boot to the face. Douglas got him up here, and now look at this. Nice move there by Tommy Douglas right into the gut of Pretty Boy Swag. And we also saw on WAR the Natural Disasters and the Church of God face off. The Natural Disasters picking up the victory. And like I said, the tag team division is really heating up here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. You got multiple tag teams having matches. You even got the Nexus looking for gold. I mean, maybe even the Creed. I mean, I know Joe Eagle is a commissioner, but how cool would it be if the Creed would have been tag team champions or face the Maple Leaf Warriors at some point? Here, Deranged now with the tummy blow. And the jabs, the combinations, and the shoulder block right here to Tommy Douglas. And Deranged again is very powerful, something you don't see a lot of because of his body shape. Tommy Douglas, on the other hand, I mean, he is in phenomenal shape and he is extremely strong. And oh, nice Buswani there by Tommy Douglas. Tommy Douglas has really found his niche as a tag team wrestler with KJ Stevens here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation as the tag champs. A nice sidewalk slam there by the two Canadians, that is. And now Stevens going for the Hurricane Rana, catches him there, and goes for the cover, 2, and kick out. Like I said, all of Canada on the side of the Maple Leaf Warriors here, It's going to be interesting to see what happens when they return back to the United States next week. But they're popular all over the world. And now Pretty Boy Swag making his way back into the ring here. And then comes the double team now by Swag and Deranged. Now Pretty Boy Swag there with an elbow drop. Mr. Swag Star himself there with the DDT. And he'll tell you, YOLO, you only live once. He'll do whatever it takes to succeed in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. He had some of the most interesting video packages I've ever seen in the MPWF when he claimed he was going to win the Royal Rumble, and he actually did have an impressive performance to Pretty Boy Swag. And he would love to get his first ever championship here in the MPWF, being the Tag Team Gold. Now Deranged coming back in here, and there's a double axe handle, knocking down KJ Stevens. And this is exactly what the challengers need to do. Section off the ring, keep the Maple Leaf Warriors away from each other. Avoid the double-double. No team has kicked out of the double-double yet, and there's a double back body drop there. And now wait, Pretty Boy Swag now gonna go for some shoot dropping knee to the face of KJ Stevens. And this could be it here. This could be all she wrote. The two of Douglas. Oh wow, just getting there in time to break up the count. Now Douglas getting back inside the ring here, and he's gonna have to watch out. Referee Barney Busby Street will make that count. Oh, gets caught off the ropes there. Pretty Boy Swag in control, and don't forget that Pretty Boy Swag and Deranged gave Tommy Douglas a concussion a couple days before MPWF WrestleMania. That's what even fueled this rivalry more than it already did. Now Swag making a tag, and in comes Deranged back into the ring. And you notice, again, the nerves aren't on their side. Pretty Boy Swag and Deranged are a lot more fluid in the ring tonight. Because, again, they've already experienced what it's like to face the Maple Leaf Warriors in Canada. And this is why they might take the championships here in this matchup. But KJ Stevens trying to fight back here. Deranged there with an elbow to the head. They got there by Deranged. Blocked by KJ Stevens, spinning heel kick. KJ now got Deranged. Irish whip. No, wait, never mind. Irish whip again, but this time into the corner. And now he's going to... wait, reversal for the Irish whip. But now look at this here. KJ Stevens, look at his athleticism. Back flipping over Deranged and referee Barney Busby Street. There's an elbow right to the jaw. And now KJ finally makes the tag. In comes Tommy Douglas, a Canadian hero. And you can hear this crowd in Regina going absolutely ballistic for Tommy Douglas. And he hasn't even done anything yet. And he's going to look to finish Deranged off right here and retain the titles for the Maple Leaf Warriors. And now he's got him up here. Douglas Bomb. The Douglas Bomb. And no, wait, reversal. Deranged now. DDT. Deranged shutting down that momentum there. Never mind. Tommy Douglas there with a reversal. And now Douglas, oh, he's got Deranged up. And here it comes this time. The Douglas Bomb right there on Deranged, and it's over. Oh no. Deranged got his hand on the bottom rope. Smart move there by Deranged. And again, Deranged is one crazy superstar. I mean, look at how messed up he is. I think he's got a bow tie he's got on with some overalls and a strange ass mask. But oh, there's another takedown there by Deranged. And Deranged now again with Oklahoma Slam there on Tommy Douglas. And look at this here. What is Deranged going for now? And Douglas completely shutting down the momentum there. And there's a pile driver. What a tag team matchup we're seeing here to kick off Annihilation. And in comes Mr. Pretty Boy Swag, PBS. And he probably should capitalize here. Going for some taunts is probably not the best move, especially against Douglas, as Douglas fights back with a beautiful drop kick. Now Douglas going for it. Oh no, irate there by Pretty Boy Swag. Pretty Boy Swag ain't going to hesitate to bend the rules, that's for sure. And now wait, here comes the pump handle drop. He's got him. Pump handle drop there on Deranged by PBS. This is it. New tag team champions. And no, Douglas kicks out. There may be a right in Canada if the Maple Leaf Warriors lose here tonight. But Douglas now again trying to get the crowd back on his side. Knocked down there by Douglas. And now look at this here, Pretty Boy Swag with a reversal. And now giving him some shots. But Pretty Boy Swag is skinny as fuck. Like, let's not kid ourselves. But I mean, it doesn't matter what you do. If you hit the right spot of that neck, you are going to take your opponent down. Now Douglas fighting back here with a right hand. Now another right hand knocking down Pretty Boy Swag. Douglas now Irish whip. Reversal there by Swag. And he's left himself open. And there's a knee smasher. Knee smasher, face buster, spine buster. Take it the way you see it, have it the way you want it. And now Douglas sending Pretty Boy Swag into his team with, oh wait a second, this is not good for Pretty Boy Swag, because folks, here comes the double-double straight from Tim Hortons, Canada. KJ Stevens nailing Pretty Boy Swag, and now knocking Deranged off the apron. And going for the cover, unos, dos, tres, or I should say un, deux, trois for Canada. And ladies and gentlemen, the Maple Leaf Warriors have won and retained the tag team titles once again. Chalk up another victory for the Maple Leaf Warriors. This may be the most unstoppable tag team the MPWF has ever seen, folks. I've never seen a team defend their titles as much, string up as many victories as the Maple Leaf Warriors have. But that move right there, the double-double, no one can seem to escape it. Once it's hit, it's done. The match is over. And it's proved once again. It is going to take a hell of a team to take the tag team title off the Maple Leaf Warriors. But once again, they get to celebrate with their Canadian nation here tonight. These guys gotta be one of my favorite teams in the MPWF, that's for sure. How could you not like the Maple Leaf Warriors? You guys are one hell of a tag team. And they are just getting showered in cheers by Canada here tonight. Well, wait a second here, folks. Wait a minute. And here comes the Natural Disasters. The NPA whispering smoke. What is this all about? And I guess they have become unbeatable champions. I mean, that's what I have been preaching. Oh, the MPA wants tag team gold. The Natural Disasters want the Maple Leaf Warriors. I gotta tell you folks, I can't wait to see that. That would be a sick tag team matchup between those two teams. But oh, wait a second. It's the Nexus. And again, where the hell is Lemar James Jackson? That remains to be seen, folks. Will the Nexus, White Boy Fresh and the Punisher defeat the Creed later tonight? But oh yes, this is what I'm excited for here, folks. I am excited for this matchup. The Hardcore Championship rematch of WrestleMania. Ivan Volkov versus Apollo. These are two badass sons of bitches who are going to beat the living hell out of each other right here tonight. And we're seeing it live on Annihilation. This is going to be sick. Ivan Volkov is amazing. This guy is a beast. And a lot of fans said that he is going to be the future of the MPWF. Apollo believes he's going to be the future of the MPWF. This man has been yet to be pinned or submitted. Will it happen tonight? Let's go find out. And there is a reason that Canada is being called Bizarro Land, because they have been cheering Apollo since he's been in Canada. They've been showing this man respect, but then again, Apollo actually showed respect to Ivan Volkov. Now don't get me wrong, this man has done some dastardly things in the MPWF, like the whole running over Ricky Cash, turning on the MPWF and joining the YCW. I mean, I don't think I can ever like Apollo again after some of the things he's done, but again, as I always say, this guy is God status. He really is one of the best in CAW. He is an amazing wrestler as Apollo, and he was very surprised to lose to Ivan Volkov at WrestleMania, and he wants that victory again. He wants that victory tonight. I mean, he hasn't done it yet, but he looks to try and beat Ivan Volkov in this matchup. Never has Apollo been so interested in the hardcore title, but even the hardcore title division's been heating up. Apollo wants the championship. He wants to be able to say he defeated Ivan Volkov. He wants to be the first man to do it. I mean, he could be. You see referee Barney Busby Street holding the title. Now you got these two behemoths meeting face to face, and wait a second, both men heading outside the ring now. And what is this? Ivan Volkov now pulling out a guitar from underneath the apron. And now Apollo. Oh, he's pulling out a kendo stick. And wait a second here, folks. And wait, both men swinging for the fences. Apollo won. Remember, guitar versus kendo stick. Kendo stick wins. And Apollo now beating down Ivan Volkov. And this action's already getting intense, folks. This is hardcore rules. And now Apollo with a suplex there on Ivan Volkov through the guitar. Slap nuts. Now wait a second, Apollo. Oh, he's got him again. Ivan Volkov in trouble. Suplex again right there on the guitar. That guitar is messed up. That is a messed up guitar, folks. I mean, Ivan Volkov's kidneys can be messed up from two suplexes on that guitar as well. And, oh, hey, Ivan Volkov moved out of the way. Ivan Volkov can sustain a lot of damage, a lot of pain. It is uncanny how much damage he can sustain and how much damage he can push out. It's ridiculous. So the same goes for Apollo. That's why these guys had a brutal matchup at WrestleMania. And as you can see from the beginning of this matchup, it's just going to get even more brutal, folks. And Ivan Volkov there with a drop kick. How often do you see a big-ass man like that? Ivan Volkov, 6'8", 280 pounds roughly. Just destructive. An MMA machine. The hardcore champion. And now here with an elbow right to the throat there of Apollo. Right hand there, dropping Apollo right to his back. Now Apollo in trouble as Ivan Volkov got him here in a suplex. And now, oh, front face suplex there into the apron, the ring side. Or into the ring, not ring side. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Suplex into the ring, but how often do you see that? And a couple shots there with a kendo stick by Ivan Volkov. And now Volkov looking under the ring for another weapon here. Oh, he's pulled out the trash can. And now Apollo picking that kendo stick right back up, and these men are just taking shots at each other with that kendo stick. And now Apollo got Ivan Volkov here with a suplex, and a suplex right through the trash can. And you see now Ivan Volkov holding the back, right by the kidneys. And he's a couple stuff of Apollo suplex him through. And now Apollo again, Irish whip, sending Volkov into the ropes. There's a spear. There is the spear. And it was impactful. Every weapon in the ring flew like 8 feet in the air. And now Apollo looking for another weapon. Now what the hell does he want? Oh, he's got a table, folks. He has a table. Now Apollo got Ivan Volkov again, going for a suplex. I mean, if it works, why stop it? That's what I gotta say. You could call it spamming moves, but it's effective. Like I said, the fact that we're actually seeing wrestling moves in a hardcore matchup is impressive in my opinion. And now Apollo is sending Ivan Volkov right to the table. And now Apollo go for the spear, but Volkov saw it coming. And Apollo just impaled himself through the table. And now Volkov there with a shot to Apollo. And now another shot. Ivan Volkov now fighting back up full steam ahead. And now going for the Oklahoma slam there on Apollo. And now the belly-to-belly suplex there by the hardcore champion. I mean, there has been no stopping in this matchup. I'm just impressed that they're actually fighting inside the ring, folks. I mean, at WrestleMania, they spent the majority of the match on the outside. But now Ivan Volkov trying to fight back here. Apollo now with their reversal. And oh, chop block. I mean, anything goes, anything's legal. That was a smart move by Apollo, but how often do you see Apollo coming off the top turnbuckle? Now Apollo got Ivan Volkov and launches him to the outside of the ring. Apollo taking control of this matchup. Again, like I said, the pressure's no longer there. Ivan Volkov had to deal with the fact that, Apollo had to deal with the fact that Ivan Volkov was undefeated and he lost to him. He now knows what it takes to fight Ivan Volkov in the ring, and we're seeing that there. Jesus Christ, calf kick there by Ivan Volkov. And now Volkov got Apollo where he wants him. No block shot there by Ivan Volkov. Ivan Volkov now. No, Apollo now. I'm messing up their names. Apollo's the guy in the blue pants. Ivan Volkov is the Russian guy with a bear on his chest. And now what the hell is this? What in tarnation is Apollo going for here? Oh my goodness, folks. Pile driver right through the table. The pile driver through the table. And we may have a brand new hardcore champion here. That was as devastating as I've ever seen. A pile driver through the table and Apollo not going for the cover. I don't know how smart that is. Apollo now pulling out a table. I guess Apollo wants to prove that he is the man, that he can dominate Ivan Volkov. Ivan Volkov is standing. How in the fuck is Ivan Volkov standing after a pile driver through the table? I will never know. But oh, wait a second. Here comes a sit-down powerbomb. The halls of Athens have fallen. Apollo drops Ivan Volkov on his neck. Now he sends Ivan Volkov right back into the ring again. And Apollo there should go for a cover. And wait, there's a leg drop here. And you can pin your opponent anywhere at ringside. Outside the ring, backstage, in a coffee shop, anything you want to. This is a hardcore matchup. And Apollo should go for the cover, but he wants to punish Ivan Volkov. Like I said, he wants to prove that he is the man, that he could dominate Ivan Volkov. Now Apollo sending Ivan Volkov back into the ropes here. And oh my god, Apollo has plans to put... Oh, never mind. Apollo had plans to put him through the table. Ivan Volkov for the drop kick, and Ivan Volkov knocking Apollo on the table there. And now Volkov got him up. Now running power slam here. Running power slam there on the table. Now Ivan Volkov setting that table up. Now, oh wait a second, Apollo here with a second wind. And now Apollo gonna send Ivan Volkov back into the turnbuckle here. Oh, the shot there into the corner. Going for the snake eyes. What a hardcore matchup this has been. This may be even more brutal than their WrestleMania match, folks. Big boot. Oh wait, table fell down. And now Apollo there with a leg drop. Now wait a second, snapmare takedown here by Apollo, and there's a big boot to the face. And now all Apollo needs to do here, folks, is hit the sit-down powerbomb, and he has defeated Ivan Volkov. It's coming ever so near. The undefeated streak is ending. And now he's got him up here, going for the sit-down powerbomb. Halls of Athens, no! Reversal there by Ivan Volkov. The reversal by Ivan Volkov. Wait a second! Wait a second, out of nowhere! The Kyoshi Tahashime, the sleeper hold. It's on Apollo. And Apollo now fighting for dear life. The reversal of the power bomb, and now Ivan Volkov catching him in the sleeper hold, and now Apollo is reaching. There's no rope break. It's a hardcore title matchup. He escaped to WrestleMania, but he had no choice. He had no choice. Apollo was ever so close to ending the undefeated streak of Ivan Volkov, but the Russian badass finds a way to pull out the victory once again. My goodness, folks, what a matchup. Apollo should have pinned him after that power driver on the outside of the ring. But he wanted to make a statement on Ivan Volkov. Look at this reversal. Nice arm drag. I think he nicked his head. Apollo might be bleeding. And then he caught him in the sleeper hold. And that's all she wrote. And Ivan Volkov is still the hardcore champion of the MPWF. My question to you folks is, who the hell is going to take the gold off of this match? He can't be beaten. We talked about the Maple Leaf Warriors being unbeatable. This guy actually is unbeatable. He has never lost. And he still has the hardcore championship. Apollo tried twice now and failed to defeat Ivan Volkov. He got more close this time. But now wait a second, Apollo now. Apollo pissed off. And Ivan Volkov and Apollo going at it. But wait a second. Wait a minute, that's the Punisher of the Nexus. That's the Punisher of the Nexus. And oh, he's taking out both men with a steel chair. What the hell is this all about? What? The fans here are surprised just like I am. The Punisher of the Nexus just took out the hardcore champion Ivan Volkov and Apollo. He will be competing later tonight against the Creed, teaming with his former tag team partner, or tag team champion partner, White Boy Fresh. But why did he take those two men out? Is this the Punisher saying that he wants the hardcore title as well? Well folks, wait a second, there's backstage is Helios Christ, who will be making his way to the ring next. It has certainly been an interesting week for this man Helios Christ, losing for the first time at WrestleMania this past year against Jason Rage. Thanatos said he was going to deal with Helios Christ after WrestleMania. For weeks before Mania, Helios Christ was threatened by the Darkness, threatened by Thanatos, and Helios Christ decided to take matters into his own hands. And some will arguably Helios Christ is the reason that Shawn Stevens won the Undisputed Title in that Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania. He stood up to Thanatos and he took him out. And then on War, when Thanatos attacked Shawn Stevens again, Helios Christ don't like Shawn Stevens one damn bit. He hates Shawn Stevens, but he hates Thanatos even more it seems. And he took out Thanatos and powerbombed him off the stage. And now Helios Christ making his way to the ring here to say his piece, to explain what's going on in his mind. And folks, I can't wait to hear what this man, the Unwanted Shadow, has to say. That's right, Shawn Stevens was able to stop him at No Way Out and leading up to WrestleMania. That is also true. And Helios Christ saying he isn't afraid of Thanatos. Do I hear cheers here? This is really bizarre world here in Canada. And Helios Christ wants Thanatos at SummerSlam. And the fans here in Regina liking the sound of that. And I gotta agree with them, that would be one hell of a matchup. And Helios Christ saying that this has got nothing to do with darkness or light. He wants to end Thanatos. He is sick and tired of being Thanatos' lackey. And he wants to stop him here tonight, folks. Or sorry, at SummerSlam. And this crowd is actually cheering Helios Christ after he just said his piece there. Now, wait a second, Shawn Stevens, who seems to be okay, and Jason Rage making fun of his friend. Jason Rage is the brand new internet champion. Speaking of Shawn Stevens, here comes his girlfriend Yoshiharu Atari, who is about to compete in this #1 contendership matchup. Jason Rage, Yoshiharu Atari's friend, the brand new internet champion, who defeated Tendencies A man who lost his title within 24 hours is an unfortunate night for Tendencies. But we continue with this women's action here. I love Yoshiharu Atari. This woman is so goddamn sexy, it's not even funny. The next Mrs. DJ Johnny Feelgood making her way to the ring. And she has been embroiled with this feud with the Darkness with Sean Stevens and Jason Rage. And Queen Persephone, winning the Women's Championship at WrestleMania, has been dominating. And here we have another contendership match to find out who will challenge Persephone next for the MPWF Women's Championship. Look at Yoshiharu Atari. DJ Johnny Feelgood beside himself. But here comes a woman who may just be as equally sexy, the Queen Bee Chandrella Johnson. And she's had a falling out with Helga. Helga has not contacted Chandrella Johnson one single bit since war, as she said she wouldn't. She said they couldn't be friends anymore if she had tried to take out Persephone. Helga says that she is sick and tired of listening to other people. She says that if Persephone could defeat her the way she did at WrestleMania, that no one can stop Persephone. Chandrella Johnson said no, I was going to win my title match, and she lost the rematch on War. But she is here tonight in a no more contendership match against Yoshiharu Atari. So again, the winner will meet Persephone. It's going to be a great matchup between these two women, that's for sure. Mrs. Twerk Team versus Mrs. Well, I was going to say Mrs. DJ Johnny Feelgood, that's Mrs. Atari. And so Sean Stevens is going to beat my ass one of these times for talking about his woman the way I do. But he can't, he's got to prepare for his matchup against Richard Hawkins later tonight. Undisputed title on the line. So here we go with another matchup here on Annihilation. Both women in a collar elbow tie-up. And on any given night, these two women could be champion. But again, we've seen what Persephone is like. She is a beast in the ring. An absolute beast. But now Johnson twisting out that arm. Yoshiharu Atari now again turning out the arm. Both these women, great wrestlers. Atari is a famed Japanese wrestler. Famed Japanese women's core wrestler. Chandrella Johnson, on the other hand, grew up here in the United States. When we're in Canada right now, but in the United States. Became a wrestling fan in a later age, being in more than her teen years. She achieved her dream. She wanted to go to WrestleMania. She was as champion. She didn't win, but she wants to get that title back and be at WrestleMania next year. Yoshiharu Atari, on the other hand, former two-time women's champion here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, looking to win a third women's title. Now Atari there, nice drop kick there by Yoshiharu Atari. Atari's battled men and women of all types in the ring. A nice takedown there by Yoshiharu Atari. Atari now, again with another knockdown there on Chandrella Johnson. And Atari must be living the good life. Her boyfriend having the Undisputed title. You can buy anything they damn well please. But again, they're not the type of couple who are about to sit there and spoil themselves. They're a wrestling couple, folks. And I'll go for the cover here too. I mean, it's interesting here because Ricky Cash is Chandrella Johnson's boyfriend, and I mean, he took on Yoshiharu Atari's boyfriend this past week on War. And oh wait, reversal here by Yoshiharu Atari. 1, 2, and oh wait, reversal again there by Johnson. 1, 2, and now another reversal there by Atari. 1. Oh, and it breaks up here the sequence. Oh no, wait. Johnson catching a nice palm right to the face. Palm. I mean, take it away. You see how the way you want it. But here, I want to see Chandrella Johnson do a little bit of twerking before she hits that moonsault. And now drop kick there, right to the spine. And now Atari running right back into a Hurricane Rana. Cash here right there again. 1. And oh, kick out there this time by Atari. Now, oh, what a clothesline there by Chandrella Johnson. Another one. Johnson is here, and she has a purpose in this matchup to get back that championship. And now running bulldog there by Chandrella Johnson. Now Johnson, oh wait, duck under. Now going for the full Nelson submission hold. This is smart here. Chandrella Johnson has the power over Atari and the height. This is going to catch Atari where she doesn't want to be. But Yoshiharu Atari, though, powering out. You have the full Nelson. And Atari has a submission of her own, the cattle mutilation. And Chandrella Johnson has actually tapped out to that submission hold before. And now, Russian leg sweep there by Mrs. Atari. Now Atari springboard crossbody, nails it. Nice move there by Atari. Springboard crossbody again. Nails it one more time. Now going for the cover here on Johnson. Trying to pick up a quick victory here, and Johnson with a kick out. Now Atari sending her back into the ropes. Now what's this here? And now a tornado DDT there by Yoshiharu Atari. And Atari realizing that was a good maneuver. And now wait a second here. Atari! Beautiful moonsault. Picture perfect. But Yoshiharu Atari goes for the cover too. And it's a kick out there by Chandrella Johnson. Beautiful moonsault. Oh, what a right hand. Oh, spinning heel kick there by Miss Chandrella Johnson. And here it comes here, folks. Twerk team, baby. Twerk team. And now, moonsault there by Chandrella Johnson, the Queen Bee. Now go for the cover off that moonsault too. And not kick out there by Yoshiharu Atari. Now Johnson needs to hit the Kodak moment. Never mind. She's going for the split leg neck drop here on Yoshiharu Atari. What a move. The split leg neck drop. And that is going to be it. Johnson now. 1, 2. And Johnson is going. No, she's not. I thought Johnson was going to be the #1 contender here. But she wasn't. Atari somehow, someway kicked out. Now Atari there with a roll up. Catching her. 1, 2. And oh wait, no, reversal there by Johnson. 1, 2. And oh quick. Oh my goodness, I thought that was it. Questionable call there by referee Bonnie Busby Street. Now, oh, takedown there by Yoshiharu Atari. And there's the knee. Oh, wait a second here. Wait a second, Atari now with a counter mutilation on Chandrella Johnson in the center of the ring. And there is nowhere for Johnson to go. She is in the middle. She has to try and hold on and use as much strength as possible to try and break that butterfly grip. But again, that's easier said than done. Atari really wrenching back here. Johnson in so much trouble. And oh, Johnson having no choice but to tap out. Yoshiharu Atari is the new #1 contender for the Women's Championship. What a matchup by these two women. We've already seen 2 tap outs tonight, and Sean Stevens promised to make Richard Hawkins tap out. Will we see a third? But look at this here. Moonsault there by Atari. I mean, are we going to see a replay of the twerk moonsault? No, who the hell's in the replay booth? Skipped over that. But it was a great move there. Both women showing their athleticism. But this is a devastating submission hold here by Yoshiharu Atari. The cattle mutilation, and Chandrella Johnson had no choice but to submit. She had to give up her chance to become Women's Champion again to Atari. And Atari will now get one more shot at Queen Persephone. When that takes place, I'm not sure, but she is the #1 contender. She is the next in line for the Women's Championship. So a big victory for Mrs. Yoshiharu Atari. She is definitely ecstatic and excited about that. Oh, wait a second, and speaking of Queen Persephone, there's the Women's Champion herself. And Atari telling her to get inside the ring. But that's not happening right now. Queen Persephone obviously not having a match tonight to check on her hubby. Thanatos got powerbombed off the freaking stage on War. But folks, the action continues. But up next, I think we have ourselves an interview by none other than the Eclipse, ladies and gentlemen, who lost the title at WrestleMania and has a few things he wants to say about that. Here live, up next on Annihilation. Let's head to the ringside area and see what we see. Dreams do not always come true for everyone. WrestleMania is a bad night for the Eclipse. 2 years in a row, he has lost a championship at WrestleMania. And I mean, he was actually pinned by Tendencies at WrestleMania this year. The second matchup that he's ever been pinned in his wrestling career in the MPWF. But I mean, how about the fact that Tendencies lost the Internet Championship the next night to Jason Rage? That's really complicated this title picture here, folks. And I believe that that's what the Eclipse has come here to talk about. can tell you this, the Eclipse definitely wants to get back his Internet Championship, and he will be doing whatever it takes to get that title back around his waist once more. That's right, he won that title from the Avenger at the Royal Rumble. Well, the Eclipse calling it a piss-poor performance of Tendencies, and that's right, Tendencies showing exception to that. It was a great matchup, but Tendencies got caught by the GTS, and Tendencies has been heckled all week about losing that title in 24 hours, and he's going to say something about it here right now. He is not appreciating that from the Eclipse. It's got to be rough having the best night of your life and losing the title 24 hours later. I mean, like I said, Tendencies has kept his head held high, and I respect him for that. Oh, wait a second here, folks. Tendencies. It's going to be Tendencies versus the Eclipse right now. Tendencies making that short and sweet. That's why you gotta love Tendencies. Tendencies said he just wants another opportunity to prove himself. And we have here, folks, a #1 contendership matchup again, but this time for the Internet Championship between the Eclipse and Tendencies. And oh, the Eclipse knocking Tendencies to the outside of the ring. And both men have a lot to prove in this matchup here tonight. And now the Eclipse there with a double axe handle on Tendencies. Why they both have a lot to prove? Because the Eclipse, the man who lost the title at WrestleMania, wants to gain that back against the man who defeated him. Tendencies lost his title in 24 hours. He wants to prove himself here tonight as well. Now, oh, crossbody there by the Eclipse, knocking down Tendencies on the outside of the ring here. Well, Tendencies sending the Eclipse back inside the ring, and now big boot to the skull there. I mean, these guys had an epic matchup, an epic wrestling matchup that is, at WrestleMania. Like I said before, Tendencies has really impressed me, folks. Tendencies, again, is one of the most popular wrestlers in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation. A lot of fans still showing Tendencies support after losing his title to Jason Rage. But Tendencies, my God, how much has he improved? Tendencies used to be a backyard wrestler, so becoming as good as a wrestler in the ring as he has now is amazing. To being the Internet Champion. And now Tendencies here with the clothesline, knocking both men to the outside of the ring. So a lot of emotions are running high here in this matchup. And Jason Rage, for sure, I mean, he was joking around with Sean Stevens earlier, but he is watching this matchup to find out who is going to be the next in line for his brand newly won Internet Championship there in Tendencies, smashing the Eclipse's face on the floor. And now again, look at these kicks here. Now the Eclipse, oh, right hand there, the Tendencies right in the face, and a big clothesline there by the Eclipse. The Eclipse now pumping himself up here, and there's a clothesline, and the Eclipse now another clothesline, and now Tendencies now missing a clothesline of his own. There's a big time power slam there by Mr. Eclipse. If he hits that total Eclipse, folks, it's over, but he's on the top rope here, nice elbow, but no, he misses. Now Tendencies, oh, a right hand, another right hand. Kick to the gut, and now spinning heel kick, knocking down the Eclipse. Nice combination move there by Tendencies. Now Tendencies again with a right hand. Another, oh, kick to the gut, sending the Eclipse all the way to the outside of the floor. And now Tendencies sending the Eclipse right into the barricade here, right by us. Don't break our table again. We already had it broken once this evening. Oh, wait, the Eclipse fighting back though. And oh wait, he's got him up here. Michinoku driver. Michinoku driver there by the Eclipse. Hitting one of his finishing maneuvers, but on the outside of the ring. And now the Eclipse sending Tendencies back into the barricade here. And now the Eclipse with a front face bulldog there on Tendencies. And now these men beating the hell out of each other on the outside of the floor. Now the Eclipse sending Tendencies back into the barricade. And there's a headbutt. And now Eclipse sending it back up again. Folks, we're at an 8 count here. If these two men don't watch out, they're going to be counted out. There's a drop kick, 9 count. One of these men's got to break up the count, and they're just going at it here. At 8, 10. And wait a second, this is a double count out, folks. We don't have a number 1 contender. These two men were so hell-bent on proving something to each other, they just got each other counted out. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going to happen with the internet title situation here in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation? I mean, both men are fighting up the stage right now. These two men can't get enough of each other. They've just gone out right by the side. They're beating the hell out of each other, folks. Tendencies and the Eclipse want to prove who deserves a shot at the internet title. That's what. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. And this is trash if I've ever seen it, folks. Deborah Dangerous and the Avenger. And they're getting the boos that they deserve here by this crowd in Regina, Saskatchewan. And you have to keep saying Regina. It's the place that rhymes with fun, folks. But my God, there ain't nothing fun about Deborah Dangerous and the Avenger. The stunt they pulled at WrestleMania still makes me physically ill to this day. I mean, we haven't seen poor Ryan Sparks yet after what happened. I don't know what these guys want to say, what they have to say. But you know they're going to be picking up a microphone and saying their piece. Now what the hell is this? And oh no, they're going to rub it right in our faces here, folks. With a nice little make-out sesh before they get on the microphone. This is dirt, folks. These guys are absolute trash. What is it? She's a crack whore. She's a crack. We need the crack whore chant here for Deborah Dangerous, folks. Ain't nothing good about her. And yeah, she's getting absolutely rained on with boos by these fans here in Regina. And yeah, the fans don't like that at all. No one wants to see the Avenger as world champion. And he certainly couldn't represent our company in a positive light. Oh, stop. Oh, stop with the handsome devil and the sexiest man to ever live. The Avenger needs to win a matchup to become number 1 contender. Can't just make him number 1 contender, but again, rules don't apply to these two. And this crowd showing it for. Wait, there's cheering here. What the hell is this? Oh my God, folks! Look at who's on the stage. Look at who is on the stage. That's the casting over of Carl Ryan Sparks. We haven't seen him since WrestleMania. And Ryan Sparks here. And kick to the face of the Avenger. Ryan Sparks, not even in wrestling gear, just coming out to beat the Avenger. He's getting revenge here on Annihilation. Look at these shots beating down the Avenger. Deborah Dangerous getting to the outside of the ring. What happened to this man was unfair. He was going to have a WrestleMania moment. He was going to get the woman of any man's dreams until she proved what kind of trash bag hoe that she actually is. And there's a DDT there by Ryan Sparks. The fans all wanted it. And Ryan Sparks got the fists of America here on the Avenger. And now wait, he sets it up and boom! The fists of America sending the Avenger flying, and that one busted the Avenger wide open. Ain't nobody have a problem with this whatsoever. Nobody's gonna send security back here to stop this. This is exactly what the Avenger deserves. And Deborah Dangerous having to watch her man get his ass beat is what she deserves. She probably deserves a steel chair shot of her own as well. And now Ryan Sparks here with a Van Daminator there to the Avenger. Beating the living hell out of him with the steel chair. Ryan Sparks setting that chair up right there into the corner. And the Avenger going face first into the steel chair. And Ryan Sparks now gonna punish him with the electrocution effect. And here it is, the electrocution effect by Ryan Sparks. And there we go, folks. Ryan Sparks getting retribution, beating the living hell out of the Avenger here. And that's just a small taste of what Ryan Sparks wants to do to the Avenger. This rivalry is far from over. You want the Internet Championship, you gotta go through this man here first. Even referee Bobby Busby Street is congratulating Ryan Sparks. No one likes what the hell Deborah Dangerous and the Avenger did to him at WrestleMania. No one at all. And we are all happy to see Ryan Sparks get some retribution here. When these two men meet face to face in the ring one more time, it is going to be an absolute war. That's for sure. But wait, speaking of wars, Tendencies and the Eclipse are still fighting each other backstage. Still fighting each other. And our security having to break things up before these two men absolutely wreck each other. And referee Bonnie Busby Street now coming out. They are battling because they want to become the #1 contender. But here is Hector Rodriguez. He's the metal champion, folks. That's right, tune in to MPWF Metal on the MPWF Chairman page to see the WrestleMania rematch between Reese Bobby and Hector Rodriguez. But folks, guess who we got next backstage? That's right, it's the Creed, Tyrone Fitzgerald and Joey Eagle, as we get ready for our matchup between the Creed and the Nexus coming up next. They're getting straight to the point, and this is going to be a fight that we see up next here on Annihilation, folks. Well, Joe Eagle said on board that they're going to take the Nexus out, and it's going to begin with tonight with this tag team matchup against White Boy Fresh and the Punisher. These guys are former tag team champions. Amazing specimens in the ring. And Dr. S. Jr., the leader of the Nexus, has all the faith in the world in these two men. The Punisher, we already saw him come out earlier tonight, make his statement, make his claim to wanting the Hardcore Championship, taking out Ivan Volkov on Apollo. White Boy Fresh is a very vocal member of the Nexus. This should be a hell of a tag team matchup that we see here. Crowd here in Regina already going nuts for the Creed. They said to have such an epic return, to see the Creed for the first time on YouTube in the MPWF, a legendary tag team in the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, to be double-crossed by Lemar James Jackson was absolutely sickening. And to think, we still haven't seen Lemar James Jackson since WrestleMania yet. But here they are, and what an ovation, and we're going to let the crowd just cheer the hell out of the Creed. And here we go. White Boy Fresh gonna kick things off here with the commissioner of the MPWF, Joe Eagle. And Joe Eagle right there with a clothesline. Right out the gate. So as I was mentioning before, Joe Eagle says that it is time for the Nexus to be destroyed. And we start off here on Annihilation with this tag team matchup against the Punisher and White Boy Fresh. We move to War. Hardcore matchup between Lemar James Jackson and Joe Eagle. And then at SummerSlam, Joe Eagle versus Dr. Ice Jr. If Dr. Ice Jr. loses, the Nexus must disband. And now, White Boy Fresh going face first into the boot of Tyrone Fitzgerald. Mr. Joe Cool himself made it an interesting statement when he said that if Lemar James Jackson, what they do to White Boy Fresh and the Punisher is only half of what they will do to him when they get their hands on him. And maybe that's why Lemar James Jackson, heard violence, hasn't shown his face yet in the MPWF, because he's afraid. But again, Lemar James Jackson doesn't strike me as someone who is afraid. I mean, Lemar James Jackson, though, I didn't think he would turn on Joe Eagle and Tyrone Fitzgerald, but he did. He's a part of the Nexus. But they already said that everybody who's supposed to be a part of the revolution has been handpicked already. And we witnessed that. And again, is there anyone else? Anyone else who's still in the MPWF who is going to turn their backs on our fans, on the Major Pain Wrestling Federation, and join the Nexus? But here comes a big bad Punisher in the ring. This is one impressive specimen. We talk about great young wrestlers in the MPWF. You've got the Punisher here. Now, referee Barmy Busby Street tell him to be careful there. If there ever is such a thing as unnecessary roughness in core wrestling, it is the Punisher. But Fitzgerald now fights back with that net breaker. Alright, side hip toss there by Tyrone Fitzgerald. And Mr. Joe Cool missing the clothesline here. And oh wait, the Punisher released German suplex there on Tyrone Fitzgerald. And the Punisher feeling that one, and a big clothesline there. So Dr. Ice Jr. has all the faith in the world in his men. The Nexus now face first goes Fitzgerald. And a White Boy Fresh, I think he got busted open by that DDT by Joe Eagle. And White Boy Fresh, he is an amazing car wrestler. Amazing wrestler. I don't think enough people give to White Boy Fresh the credit that he deserves. I mean, he's had some big time matches here and he's faced some big time wrestlers. He's been here since day one. And a White Boy Fresh, oh, he missed that leg drop though. And Fitzgerald going quickly for the cover, trying to catch him off guard here too, and the Punisher having to jump in the ring just now. Nice photo of a net breaker there by Mr. Tyrone Fitzgerald, Mr. Joe Cool. White Boy Fresh now there with a punch to the gut. Now Irish Whip sending Fitzgerald into the ropes in last loop. There's press. That's Fresh now maiming Tyrone Fitzgerald. Now again the Irish Whip, tagging the Punisher back in, and this is White Boy Fresh's best bet. Keep Fitzgerald away from Joe Eagle and keep the Punisher in the ring. A lot of people thinking that this is going to be easy for the Creed, but it's not. The Punisher and White Boy Fresh, again, like I mentioned, are former tag team champions. Lost those titles to the Natural Disasters at the Welcome to YouTube show last year. Oh, boot there. Now look at this here. Oh, backbreaker there by the Punisher. Big time backbreaker. Now the Punisher got Fitzgerald up here. And now another backbreaker. And the Punisher has youth. Tyrone Fitzgerald has experience, but that youth and power is dominating him here in this matchup as he goes for the cover. And Joe Eagle becoming a little restless there on the outside of the ring, breaking up the count. And the Punisher showing us how damn good he is in the ring. Dominating Tyrone Fitzgerald. And oh, there's a nice sidewalk slam, boss man slam there by the Punisher. And Dr. Ice Jr. is watching backstage with a smile on his face. And now, snapmare there by White Boy Fresh. White Boy Fresh toying when he's not supposed to. Tyrone Fitzgerald though, atomic drop. Now power slam here, and Tyrone Fitzgerald being reinvigorated, and now going to make the tag here to Joe Eagle. And here comes the Commissioner. And Joe Eagle now back inside the ring. Irish Whip to White Boy Fresh here, and now spine buster there by Joe Eagle. Spine on the pine, and if he hits the bloodline or the land of the living skies, good night. Oh wait a second, White Boy Fresh being sent to the outside of the ring here. And now suplex, bring him back inside the ring, and now it's time to unleash some of that pain on the Nexus. And there's a knee drop right to White Boy Fresh's skull. And Joe Eagle telling him to suck it. Now where's Eagle going to? Now look at this here. Wright's just pounding on White Boy Fresh. And now Eagle sending him to the ropes. Now telling him to suck it one more time. Now big time clothesline. Knocking White Boy Fresh on his backside. And he needs to make a tag to the Punisher immediately. Now wait a second here. Joe Eagle there with a reversal. Now sending White Boy Fresh back into the corner. And wait, here comes the tag. And wait a second here, folks. You know what's coming. Super kick there by Tyrone Fitzgerald. Joe Eagle now got him situated. Because here comes the Bloodline. And the Punisher being knocked off the apron. Everybody must be sure he needs to be worried about the cover. Because he's worried about the count. Wait, 2 and 3. And there's no way you're kicking out of that, folks. The Creed defeat the Nexus here tonight on Annihilation. And the Creed are beginning on their ways to getting rid of the Nexus from the MPWF once and for all. What a move that was. The super kick, then the Bloodline, and that's it. That's all she wrote. The White Boy Fresh and the Punisher had Fitzgerald in their corner, but when he was given that a little bit of breathing room, and Joe Eagle was able to turn the tide. There you have it, folks. They are your winners. They are victorious. Oh, wait a second. Antonio Goldman and Dr. Rice Jr. coming out of nowhere. And now Antonio Goldman and Dr. Rice Jr., the other 2 members of the Nexus, beating down on Joe Eagle and Tyrone Fitzgerald. And there's a net breaker. Oh, Fitzgerald taking out on Goldman. And crossbody off the corner. There by Dr. Rice Jr. And we're now having an all-out war. Antonio Goldman taking out Tyrone Fitzgerald. It is going to be Joe Eagle and Dr. Rice Jr. at SummerSlam. If Dr. Rice Jr. loses, the Nexus must be disbanded. And this is a war, and it's breaking out. It is breaking out here on Annihilation. And Joe Eagle is just pounding on Dr. Rice Jr. Goldman on the other side, beating down Tyrone Fitzgerald. Now Joe Eagle sending Dr. Rice Jr. outside the ring. And Joe Eagle just going straight for a weapon. He ain't messing about here. He's going straight for a sledgehammer and hits Dr. Rice Jr. I said this one is breaking down. This is getting intense. And now shot there again. And now Joe Eagle choking out Dr. Rice Jr. And now wait a second. Tyrone Fitzgerald there with a submission on the inside of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking down in all kinds of ways here. And now wait a second. Fan holding up his Mattel toy belt as Dr. Rice Jr. just goes head first into the belt. And again, look at the inside of the ring. Goldman and Fitzgerald beating each other up. Now wait, Dr. Rice Jr. now and there with a net breaker. Dr. Rice Jr.'s plan is to make sure that Joe Eagle is destroyed. To make sure that Tyrone Fitzgerald is destroyed. To make sure that the revolution continues. And apparently the revolution ends at SummerSlam. They will have achieved their goal, whatever that is. But there's a Hurricane Runner. Off the top rope there by Tyrone Fitzgerald. And now Joe Eagle bringing Dr. Rice Jr. back inside the ring. I mean, folks, this is how it is. This is the war. There's a spine buster to Dr. Rice Jr. And knife hand chop there by Tyrone Fitzgerald. And Joe Eagle now looking to hit the Bloodline on Dr. Rice Jr. Kick to the gut, folks. Here it comes. Joe Eagle now. Bloodline there on Dr. Rice Jr. taking his ass out. And now Fitzgerald against Goldman here. But there's a reversal. And now Fitzgerald and Goldman, the Creed in control. Not allowing what happened at WrestleMania to take place. There's a double DDT on Antonio Goldman. And Goldman finds himself here in a bad place. A bad place surrounded by the Creed. Now twisting out that arm. Oh, wait. Look at that shot there. Tyrone Fitzgerald now. And knocked down. Clothesline there by Joe Eagle. Like I said, this is a bad place for Antonio Goldman right now. And Dr. Rice Jr. Sorry, Antonio Goldman there with a reversal. And they both got dreadlocks. They're both kind of black. I mean, I mess up things from time to time. And wait a second here. Tyrone Fitzgerald there with a back suplex. And and a sledgehammer to his head. Joe Eagle is punishing him. And he said he's going to take the Nexus out one by one. Dr. Rice Jr. who was taken out now. And Antonio Goldman is being beat down by both men at the same time. And now Fitzgerald's got a friggin' a trash can here. There's a clothesline. No, right hand again here. And again one more time. And now Mr. Joe Cool. Backbreaker there on Antonio Goldman. And now suck it there by Joe Eagle. They are pounding on Antonio Goldman. Goldman might not be able to stand by the time this night is all said and done. He's getting the absolute shite beat out of him by the Creed. And now, oh, suplexing him right back on the sledgehammer. Spine buster. Oh my god, Antonio Goldman is just being bounced around like a friggin' pong ball. Goldman needs to try and escape here. Never mind. Nice fake out there by the Creed. And Goldman just walked right into it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the blood... Oh, we just bloodlined him on the sledgehammer. Oh my god, look at him hold his sternum. The bloodline there on the sledgehammer. Wait a second. Oh, wait. Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? It's Lemar James Jackson. And there he is. Hood violence now. Taking out Fitzgerald and Joe Eagle. And a clothesline now. Hood violence taking both men out. And Hood violence now rolling Tyrone Fitzgerald to the outside of the ring so he can get a piece of Joe Eagle. Now Jackson beating down Joe Eagle right before War this week. Again, folks, you need to tune into War next week because it's going to be a hardcore matchup between Joe Eagle and Lemar James Jackson. And Hood violence now. Oh, taking Joe Eagle out by the leg. The Creed was taking out the Nexus, but the shot, the attack from behind, and oh, look at this here. The power of Lemar James Jackson on Joe Eagle. At one time, the fans adored him when he did that maneuver, but not anymore. That's done. And now Hood violence got him up. Gut wrench power bomb. The gut wrench power bomb, folks, and Lemar James Jackson taking out Joe Eagle, making a statement. The first time we've seen him since WrestleMania. This is a devastating ass maneuver. And Lemar James Jackson has showed us what side that he is on and what kind of person he is. Folks, what is going to happen on War when it is going to be Joe Eagle versus Lemar James Jackson in a hardcore matchup? What are the kind of things that Joe Eagle is going to want to do to Hood violence when they meet face to face, one-on-one? But on this night, folks, the Nexus stands tall over the Creed. You know what, folks? Lemar James Jackson is a no-good son of a bitch. I can't believe that he turned on the MPWF the way he does. And you know what? I can't wait to see him get his ass handed to him on War this week. But folks, upcoming next is our main event for the Undisputed Championship. Richard Hawkins versus Sean Stevens. So we're going to head backstage first with the man who lost the championship opportunity on War, Mr. Cash Money himself, Ricky Cash. Cash seems confident about redemption, but Hawkins said the same thing and interrupted. But oh my word, folks, listen to this ovation again for the Undisputed Champion, the picture-perfect player, Sean Stevens. It is nuts. He gets cheered more and more each time he makes his way to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. He is a fighting champion. He is amazing. He is one of the best wrestlers in card today, hands down. But maybe this is too much. Hell in a Cell and WrestleMania selling. Ladder match on War. Jumped by Hawkins earlier tonight, and now he defends the title one more time. If he can survive this, he truly is one of the best MPWF champions we've ever seen. And these fans here in Regina are going absolutely. Listen to this. Listen to this shit right here, folks. This right here is your man, Shawn Stevens, your champion. The picture perfect player. Yeah, there was no way Hawkins was getting a hope in hell of being cheered in this matchup. After jumping Stevens earlier tonight, the man he's facing, where we are, the boos are raining down on the legit one, Richard Hawkins. But he has been clamoring for this rematch since March. We are now in August, folks, and practically September, and Hawkins has a shot finally at the championship. It's the last day of August, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Stevens is eyeing Richard Hawkins up. Shawn Stevens was joking around with Jason Rage, but I assure you that as much as he calls him Neil Patrick Harris, he is going to beat his ass in this matchup. But this is also a legit one. Hawkins is perhaps the best technical wrestler in the MPWF, and I'm saying that because I believe that. He is that good. He is that legit. This is not. I would not be surprised if Hawkins wins this matchup because, folks, he is that damn good. He is that damn legit. This is your main event, and this will be one hell of a contest. So here we go, folks. That's what's on the line. The Undisputed Championship of the World. Shawn Stevens versus the legit one, Richard Hawkins. Now we heard both men say their piece. Richard Hawkins says that he is going to defeat Shawn Stevens and that Stevens better be prepared for his title reign to end tonight. Shawn Stevens says he's going to beat Hawkins and make him tap out here tonight. What will happen? Something's got to give. It's both men in the collar elbow tie-up, both men phenomenal wrestlers. Shawn Stevens used to be a former amateur wrestler. I mean, you don't always see that because of the whole darkness thing that's gone on. He's been having to more brawl than wrestle, but he is a great wrestler. Richard Hawkins, fantastic wrestler. But wait a second, Stevens catch him there in the second rope. There's a DDT. Now Stevens there with a kick to the gut, right there, uppercut to Richard Hawkins. That one knocked him silly. And Shawn Stevens there with a clothesline, another clothesline. What a night we've seen here on Annihilation. We saw a war just now there between the Creed and the Nexus. I mean, Ryan Sparks coming up, beating the hell out the Avenger. Tendencies and the Eclipse fighting over who's going to be the #1 contender. In the Natural Disasters wanting a shot at the tag team titles. Yoshiharu Atari being named the #1 contender for the Women's Championship. It has been a hell of a night here on Annihilation. And again, tune in for Metal on the MPWF Chairman page later this week. Perhaps Sunday or Monday, where you will see Reese Bobby versus Hector Rodriguez for the MPWF Metal Championship. And don't forget to tune into War, because just in, folks, it's going to be Helios Christ versus Jason Rage in an internet title matchup. Look at that angle slam there by Shawn Stevens. An internet title matchup on War, as well as Joe Eagle versus Lemar James Jackson in a hardcore matchup. I mean, like I said, the road to SummerSlam is getting intense. We already know at SummerSlam it's going to be Joe Eagle versus Dr. Ice Jr. Helios Christ has made the challenge for SummerSlam. More matches can be scheduled. Atari could perhaps face Queen of Persephone at SummerSlam for the women's title. This is getting hot. The action's getting intense. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, folks. I'm talking too fast. I'm too excited. And there's a bulldog there by Richard Hawkins. And the legit one. Proud of his actions there, but Shawn Stevens playing possum. And I'm going for the Luther's press there on Hawkins. I mean, what about Lethal Mathematics, who showed up at the end of War last week? Well, not last week, earlier this week. Just got to get used to that. We're having 2 shows in a week, folks. War and Annihilation. And now Shawn Stevens there with the stake eyes, sending Hawkins into the turnbuckle. And quickly going for a cover. And again, Shawn Stevens is going to go and try and end this matchup quicker than usual. This man has to be fatigued from what he's dealt with this week, but there's another knockdown there by Hawkins. Richard Hawkins got that break on War. And now what's this here? Oh, he's got Shawn Stevens right in the second rope. Richard Hawkins now bounces off the ropes here. And now, oh wow! Leg drop, catching the picture perfect player. And now the legit one. Got him. Big time neck breaker there by Richard Hawkins. And now Hawkins there with a kick to the gut, showing more of his technical ability. And watch this here. Suplex stunner right there by Richard Hawkins. And that could be it. The suplex stunner on Shawn Stevens. 2. Brand new champ. No, Stevens gets the shoulder up. Beautiful maneuver there by Hawkins. Like I said, that's one of my favorite moves. I love seeing Hawkins hit that on his opponents. It's highly effective. It's great. I know Hawkins has Shawn Stevens right there on the top rope again. Now what's this? No. Oh, super back suplex or a super backdrop off the top turnbuckle. I mean, depending on what game you get that from. Oh, kick out there by Richard Hawkins. I mean, it used to be called a super backdrop. I think it's just a back suplex now off the top turnbuckle. I have no idea. You can take it the way you see it, have it the way you want it. But Hawkins now setting up for perhaps a lion tamer. No, just decides to taunt. I wouldn't do that with a guy who's as crafty as Shawn Stevens. And wait a second, oh, the crowd booing here in Regina, because here it is, the Lion Tamer, and we may have a brand new undisputed champion right here, right now. Right here, right now. Stevens trying to fight out of it, but he has not given up here. Stevens is hanging on, Hawkins letting go. Stevens was trying to reverse his way, and Hawkins realized that, and Hawkins doesn't want Stevens to break out of it. He doesn't want Shawn Stevens to know that he can escape his submission hold. So instead he lets go and continues to beat down on his opponent. That is sound strategy by Hawkins. Oh wait, reversal there by Shawn Stevens. And now Stevens trying to fight back here, getting a second win in this matchup. Clothesline. Another clothesline there by the undisputed champion. Hawkins there with a clothesline. Ducks here, power slam by Shawn Stevens. And now Shawn Stevens got Hawkins here. Irish whip sends it to the rope. Punch to the gut, folks. Here it comes. The outer limits elbow. And he drops the elbow right in his chest. And now Stevens picking him up. Richard Hawkins there. Oh, eye rake to the face. Float over. Net breaker there by Hawkins. What a matchup, folks. Again, this is your main event of Annihilation. Richard Hawkins versus Shawn Stevens. Undisputed title on the line. Misses the elbow drop off the top rope. And now Stevens going to set up for the picture perfect stunner. This will end the matchup. This will end it here. No, reversal there by Hawkins. And now Hawkins a reversal there by Stevens. Oh, clothesline. And now Stevens heading to the top rope here. And now what? Stevens now spinning heel kick. Oh, Hawkins there. Hawkins just moved out of the way of the spinning heel kick. And now Hawkins on the top rope here. And has the elbow drop. And Hawkins now going for the cover. 1, 2, and oh, wow, I thought that was it. I thought that was it, folks. Shawn Stevens fans swallowed hard there everywhere. Oh, wow. Stevens with a kick right to the thigh. Trying to Charlie horse Richard Hawkins, but he fights back again. Oh, big time uppercut here. And wait, Stevens now, net breaker. And wait, Stevens now on the top rope here. And now, there's a flying headbutt there. Shades of Daniel Bryan or Chris Benoit. And now wait, Stevens gonna, oh, kick to the gut. This time another uppercut. Nah, those uppercuts are catching Hawkins. And a kick to the gut again, another uppercut. And now wait, Hawkins there with a reversal. And now wait, Shawn Stevens for the reversal. I told you these guys are great wrestlers. You know when everything's coming. And now wait, Stevens there. Devil sentence there on Richard Hawkins. The devil sentence on the legit one. And now Shawn Stevens wanting for him to get back up. And now wait, Stevens got him. And wait, there's the crossface. The crossface, the crippler crossface by Shawn Stevens. And Hawkins now in trouble. And the fans are now realizing that Richard Hawkins is where Shawn Stevens said he would be. In the crossface. And I'll tell you this, Shawn Stevens could care about ego. He is going to keep that on. He's going to apply that until Hawkins taps on. Hawkins is trying to grab to the ropes. Hawkins doesn't want to submit. And Hawkins has absolutely no choice but to tap out to the crippler crossface. And Shawn Stevens is still the undisputed champion of the world. What a main event matchup. Great wrestling on the behalf of both Richard Hawkins and Shawn Stevens. There was lots of reversals, Lots of moves. But this right here, the Devil's Sentence, that's a finishing move. That can pin anyone. And then here's the crossface. Sean Stevens said he was going to make Hawkins tap out, and he locked him in the crossface, and Hawkins, look at how far Hawkins dragged himself across the ring. But he couldn't get to the rope, and he had to tap out. Hawkins had to tap away his chance to be the undisputed champion, and Stevens once again defends his title. Steven once again proves why he is the undisputed champion of the world. 3 title defenses in 1 week. Let's listen to this. Just look. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and just look at that moment there. That is the future of the MPWF. Your current reigning and defending undisputed champion. Oh, wait a second here. I think it's deja vu all over again, but instead of Calgary, we're in Regina. Because, ladies and gentlemen, here's the man of tomorrow. With no gadgets to win today, the evolution of man, lethal mathematics. And again, getting a thunderous ovation, because just like Sean Stevens cut his teeth in the Regina area, lethal mathematics cut his teeth in the Regina area, and he is here tonight to confront his brother again. But perhaps this time, we will find out what is going on in the mind of lethal mathematics. It is great to see him back, but we want to know when he will be competing. We want to know what his motives are. I think Sean Stevens, his brother, the undisputed champion, wants to know the same thing as well. Wait, Mathematics has a contract. Oh my goodness! There's a contract for an undisputed title match between Lethal Mathematics and Sean Stevens. And the contract signing will be next week on WAR. What a bombshell, what an announcement by Lethal Mathematics. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's DJ Johnny Feelgood. Tune into WAR, I'm signing out.